How come I go to the Riverside every week, you come over from America and I see your fat ass in the director's box? How does that come about?
I think it's called giving your life and your career away to the team.
No, seriously. I knew you were there because you came in and see me, but I'm thinking, Hamilton, the director's box. Last week it was Mickey Hospital. This week it's Hammy. What's going on?
I hate to tell you this, but I go to the director's box every time I come home, so I really don't know what it is. Either somebody feels guilty about something, or somebody knows something I don't know.
Do you have much contact with Steve Gibson in the football club despite the distance?
No, funny enough you say that. At the Brighton game I seen Steve downstairs and he was going out and we said hello and give each other a hug, and brilliant. I mean, I will say this, a lot of people think things of when I left, that how well was I treated and stuff like that by the club, and I will say this, ever since I've retired from Middlesbrough Football Club, they've been nothing but brilliant for me. I do say, because I know you are all a wee bit annoyed that I still get to go in the director's box.
No, I've listened to that.
No. I don't, but they've been brilliant to myself and my wife Paula. I mean, every time we come back, they look after us.
Yeah, I mean, I've been when I got married recently, I was asked by chairman to go in the director's box. I've not been yet. I've got contracted him last week. He's not got back to me, so I think that's the answer, isn't it?
I'll give him a call for you.
Where are we? Looking back at your own career, you arrived in Teesside as a 15-year-old?
15 and a half.
15 and a half. Signed as an apprentice. How daunting was it arriving in the industrial town of Middlesbrough? What was your first impressions?
Well, firstly, I was a Glaswegian coming into all these English lads, but not lads, they were men. I mean, they were grown men. I mean, some of them.
How were some of the boys about then? How were some of the lads?
I mean, I think there was lads in the dressing room had sons the same age as me, and I'm not lying.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
who were some of the names?
Tony McAndrews was one, Trapper was there, Heine Otto, who I think was fantastic, Mickey Baxter, hope rest in peace, Joe Bolton, John Brownlee.
Right, John Brownlee, is that like a kid with the Scottish lad, right?
Yeah, Colin Ross, another Scottish lad. David Shearer, sadly again, rest in peace, it was actually at his funeral in the summer. Right. TC, Terry Cochran.
Do you know, I never knew you were involved with all that.
Yeah, I was involved with all them lads, yeah. I was young at the time, very young. But, I was an apprentice, so yeah, there was a lot of old heads, but Irvin Natras.
Irvin Natras, Newcastle.
Unbelievable pro. Mickey Angus and all them. No, I could go through the whole list of them all. But there were some old heads there that had kids the same age as me.
I remember Natras, Irvin Natras. I say Natras because I didn't really like him. The reason was nothing to do with Newcastle. I came, I'm obviously a novice, no sample full-time football, don't really know the dressing room banter or who's sitting where. And the first couple of days I was in there.
Billy Ashcroft, Big Bill.
Billy, he's a character. I keep in touch with Billy, you?
Yeah, I keep in touch with Billy a lot. I was actually Billy's boot boy. I was
right.
Him and Tony Mack.
Did he give you a good tip at Christmas?
He used to try and give me 20 fags because I used to have to go buy his fags every morning. Which days have changed.
Hey, getting back to Natras, I used to lift the nearest towel after I came out the communal bath, and they used to say, that's my towel. And then the next day, that's my towel. That's where I sit. And I thought, you're a fucking prick. Anyway, where are we? You made your first team debut against, who was it? Yeah, I heard you saying it in the lounge. I can't remember. Barnsley. That was in 1983.
Yep.
What was your memories of that day? Was it a day you remember for good reasons, or?
No, well, I think it was just all a blur. I just remember having to pick up everybody's shitty undies after the game because I was still an apprentice.
Oh, that's right. So as an apprentice, for those modern players don't do it. Apprentice, what was your role as an apprentice? So apprentice means you're a young kid. You have to clean the dressing. What else did you have to do?
Clean the stands. So on a Monday after the game, we were the ones that cleaned the stands to get the brushes out and do the whole of Erson Park. We had 3 pros each, so get your 3 pros kit ready. Right. And some of them were arseholes.
I can imagine.
If you didn't get the right soaks and stuff, they would send you back to get them. Right. But we had to have that all ready for them. And then just be at their beck and call, to be honest. I mean, it was really...
You cleaned the boots, obviously.
Yeah, so I was fortunate. I played 21 games as an apprentice for the first team, and then after the game the lads would go in the players' lounge for a beer and I'd have to stay and clean the boots pack the bits up, pack the gear up, all the shitty, smelly stuff.
So you done Big Billy's, is that what he says? You
So I done Big Ash was one of my pros, and Tony Mack, and then later on I think the best person was Heine Hall. He was incredible. Heine Hall was just
where did he originate from, Heine?
Holland.
Holland, yeah. Dutch. I heard he was a great player, great guy. I heard that.
Well,
you know
if you look at my top all 5 players, he's still my number one. You know, he's my number one.
Oh, he's number one, right? Okay.
Took Persley off the list.
And when you became a player at Middlesbrough, who polished your boots?
I really can't remember.
You want to still clean your own way?
I actually did clean most of my boots most of the time. I know I was really good with my apprentices because I knew what it was like to be one of them.
Right.
And how hard it was.
See, I didn't. I had an
And
experience.
some of the lads, well, when I became more of a senior pro, I used to slap some of the lads because to tell them,
Slap them?
yeah, not the apprentices, the actual pros.
Oh, right.
To tell them to treat the kids better.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people didn't go through the apprentice kind
Yeah,
of thing.
as I say, I never, but I appreciated it.
No, another thing, cleaning the toilets. That was not a nice job. Cleaning the bath.
Especially if Archie was in before you.
Cleaning the sauna. No, nobody wanted to do
The
that.
sauna.
Oh, no.
There's a few stories in the sauna we can't say on here.
No.
We'll be taking off air. When you look at your debut, it was a flamboyant, charismatic, colourful Malcolm Allison who gave you your debut. What was he like as a coach and as a person?
So as a coach, I tell everybody this, as a coach he was a way beyond his time.
I've heard that.
Way beyond his time, because he was doing stuff that we were all thought, and we thought he'd lost the plot. I mean, we were doing dancing and body movements and stuff like that. I'll never forget pre-season of 83, I think it was. We went straight into like 1v1s and 2v2s. None of this running up mountains with somebody on your back and stuff like that. He was against all that stuff.
Right,
It was
right.
all about quickness, sharpness.
Sharp.
Ping pong. Ping pong was his greatest thing. We'd go in the players' lounge and we had to play ping pong for our body movement, body sharpness, and
Right.
the rest of the team would stand around the table and had to catch the ball. And,
Right.
I mean, it was weird. The dance lessons were hilarious. Some of the lads just refused to do it, especially the older pros. And then he had a guy called Roger Spry, who I think became pretty famous. He was a body kind of movement coach.
Right.
He was just the way stuff that they're doing now. Malcolm was doing in '83 and '84. It was incredible. He was
a way ahead of his time.
Way ahead of his time. It's a shame in a way. Man management, I don't know, but he knew the game inside out. I mean, he was, and the great thing about him was he was always prepared to let the youngsters get a chance. There wasn't many
Yeah,
managers.
he'll obviously give you a chance.
Yeah, back in them days, I mean, that was very rare.
Did he come to training or go to games with his fedora hat on and his big cigar?
No,
or
he
was
left-
that a persona? Was that
No,
something?
he left the stadium with he probably walked out the SR Park with a glass of champagne in his hand as well.
right,
So he did, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, he was very flamboyant.
Have you ever seen the picture? I don't know if it was at Middlesbrough. You could tell me. Was it Middlesbrough or was it Man City?
City in the
when
bath.
he's in the bath,
That's
they
at
come in
Man
the bath
City.
with 2 naked women.
Yeah, that's at Man City.
I remember tweeting that and I got banned for 2 days.
Yeah,
Him and Big Man in the bath with 2
Yeah.
naked lasses.
Yeah. Yes.
Some
that was
boy,
a
right?
yeah, he was. He was brilliant. Again, if you look at the youngsters, he gave chances to, like Stephen Bell.
I was going to ask you about Stephen Bell. I've actually asked Stephen Bell. So how good was he? I mean, he never fulfilled his potential. He tragically passed away as a young lad. How much potential did he have, Stephen Bell?
We were incredible.